What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Imani Murray, and this is my YouTube channel where I share social media tips and tricks to help brands and businesses improve their social media presence. And today we are going to be continuing the social media strategy mini series that I'm doing. So far we've learned what to include in your strategy, the difference between your campaign and strategy. What else? How to elevate your campaign. What are content pillars? And today we are going to be talking about what social media platform is best for you and what their purpose is. So while some content can be shared on multiple platforms, they all have their own purpose. They have their own identity, and we're really going to go into what's best for you, what's best for your brand, what's best for your business. There's literally so many social media platforms at this point. If I was to talk about all of them, we would be here all day, and I know you and I don't want that. So we're going to focus on 7 of the major social media platforms, which includes Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and LinkedIn. With so many social media platforms out there, it can get really overwhelming as to which one you should focus on, which one would be wasting your time, which one you should start an account for. Should you join the wave? Should you not? So we're going to really cover that and talk about that today. Even if you're not going to use the social media platform, even if you're only going to focus on Instagram and Twitter, you should create an account with your brand name, with your personal name, with whatever your business, or if you have a personal brand or not, you should create an account just so that you are reserving that name. You don't want in the future to possibly be expanding your business or your brand and then the name is taken by someone. So if you have the chance, definitely go ahead and get all of your social media handle accounts together with the name of your brand or business. Whether you're going to use it or not, just reserve it just in case, because you never know what's going to happen. And typically the rule of thumb when it comes to figuring out what social media works best for you is, and which ones you should focus on, usually it's about 2 to 3 that you should really focus on, but it all is up to you. However many you want to focus on, that's up to you. But typically people say 2 to 3. So the first one we're going to talk about, which is probably the biggest social media platform at this point, is Instagram. Instagram encompasses all social media platforms in one at this point. They have the Reels, they have Live, they have IGTV, they have regular posts, they have like literally anything you want on Instagram, they pretty much have at this point. But of course, not every brand, not every business really needs an Instagram. Most brands and businesses do, but not all businesses. As I mentioned, when it comes to Instagram, you can share pictures, videos, you can sell your products, you can go live, you can pretty much do any and everything, right? Instagram started out as just an image sharing platform, and over the years it has expanded and elevated to really accommodate and fit all different types of brands and businesses. So whether you're a content creator, you're an influencer, you are a product-based company, you're a service-based company, you can use Instagram to share your pictures, your video, your collabs, your user-generated content. You can use it as a portfolio, as a business card. You can sell your products on there. There's literally so much you can do. However, if you are a B2B company, and your focus when it comes to social media is sharing like company updates, Instagram is not really your go-to. Because people don't really go on Instagram to see that. They don't really care about what's going on at your company on the corporate side. So if you are a B2B, Instagram is probably not your main platform that you should be utilizing. So when I say B2B companies shouldn't really be using Instagram, it's mainly because your client, your ideal client, is not a consumer. Your ideal client is a business. So that ideal client won't be on Instagram looking for your content. And building a presence and building a following on Instagram as a B2B, it takes a lot more effort, it takes a lot more work, and a lot more time to really build versus a B2C company. You get what I'm saying? Because they're a business to consumer company, they're able to tap in directly with their consumers, whereas B2B is not. So that brings me to the second platform that we're going to talk about, and that's LinkedIn. If you are a B2B, LinkedIn is your best friend. People tend to go to LinkedIn for networking, for trying to find a job. They're looking for blog posts. They're looking for company updates. Does that make sense? People are not going on LinkedIn to see what your latest shoes are. So this is a place where you can share all of your company updates. Somebody got promoted, or you're having a holiday party, or if you were featured in the news, or if you have a new blog post from your company, you can go ahead and share it on LinkedIn. Now, if you sell t-shirts, LinkedIn is probably not going to be your go-to, because people are not going on LinkedIn to really purchase things. They're not going on LinkedIn to really shop. Now, if you are a creator, or you own a business, or you own a brand, if you're the owner of the t-shirt brand, then it may be best for you to go ahead and create an account and update it occasionally, so that you never know who's really watching your page or not. Because you can also go on there and share big news about whatever's going on with your brand, whatever's going on with you as a creator, whatever's going on with you as your company. So say you do sell t-shirts, but your business just secured a really big partnership. You can go ahead and share that article. You can go ahead and share that news on LinkedIn. Whereas you're not going to go on LinkedIn to say, hey, we're selling t-shirts for $20. Different audience. It's a different audience. Okay, so let's get into the third platform, which is Facebook. As I've mentioned before in other videos, I have never been a fan of Facebook. I always thought it was just a platform for, my family, my auntie, Facebook. Me and Facebook were not a thing. I wasn't really into it. However, I'm here to tell you, it's not just for your family. It's not just for the old heads. You can use Facebook as a business tool. Whether you are a creator, you're a chef, a photographer, a brand owner, a B2B company, a B2C company, anybody pretty much should have a Facebook page, because you're able to share links, you're able to share company updates, you're able to share videos, pictures, you're able to share a product. And if you have a professional Instagram, which is a business or creator account on Instagram, you already have a Facebook presence. You already have a Facebook page. So go ahead and take advantage of it. And of course, another thing that you can take advantage of when it comes to Instagram are Facebook groups. I've done a whole video on this, on the benefits of it. And I'm not saying you gotta be on Facebook 24/7 all the time, posting all the time, because I don't do that. It's still not really my thing, but I take advantage of it, especially if I uploaded a new video. Best believe I'm going on Facebook to share my link on my page. Now, speaking of sharing links, that brings us to our fourth platform that we're going to talk about, which is Twitter. Another platform that I'm not really I don't really care for Twitter. Twitter is there. I use it. I just started using it again. I had stopped for many years, but it's another one that you can take advantage of, especially if you're a news outlet, if you're a journalist, if you're a creator, if you're creating content on YouTube, or if you have a podcast. You definitely want to make sure you take advantage of this, because you're able to share your links directly in your post. Compared to Instagram, if you're making a post on Instagram, you can't really share clickable links. Twitter, you can, which makes it very convenient. Also, businesses, they're able to use it to share company updates if they want. If they have blog posts on their website, they can. If they're featured in the media or any type of news like that. I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen it too, brands and businesses using Twitter as a way to connect and help customers that may have complaints or comments. So definitely, if you have a Twitter, and similar to what I said about LinkedIn, not every business needs to have a Twitter account. If you are a brand owner, you can go ahead and just have your personal brand account and then share your work on your page, on your Twitter, because that also helps with people want to feel like there's a person behind the brand. They don't want it to just seem like it's just a brand posting. They want to feel like they can connect and there's somebody really behind the page. So being able to use your personal brand's Twitter to share your work kind of gives you a boost in a way. Now, if you're trying to keep your personal brand and your business separate, then you probably do want to start a new Twitter account. But if not, just go ahead and use your Twitter and tweet out your work. And now let's get into the fifth social media platform, and that is Pinterest. I've talked about Pinterest before in previous videos. I know I mentioned LinkedIn and Twitter is not for everybody, but Pinterest is literally not for every brand or business or creator. But if you are a blogger, if you are an event planner, home decor, home designer, a photographer, those are the types of people that Pinterest is really for. Visual platform, it's a visual version of Google basically. So if you're more in the sports world or your target audience is men, you probably don't want to focus on Pinterest. It probably has no real need for you. But if you are, like I said, a photographer, a chef, you create visual content, visually appealing content, or if you share instructional tips, or if you share step-by-step information, or even like for me, I share social media tips, obviously. So I have a Pinterest account where I create pins and tie it back to my YouTube page, my YouTube video. Same thing if you are a blogger and you share, if you're a Mommy and Me blogger, you want to go ahead and create content on Pinterest. And as I mentioned in previous videos, the shelf life on Pinterest is so much longer than Instagram, than Twitter, than Facebook. So definitely want to take advantage of that. But not everybody, because everybody does not need to be on Pinterest. So if you are a YouTuber, if you create fashion content, if you create travel content, and you have the time to go ahead and do Pinterest, definitely take advantage of it. It's just another outlet for you to expand your reach, expand your numbers. When I check my YouTube analytics, Pinterest is always one of the top source for my video traffic. So that's a sign, right? Now let's get into YouTube. So as you all know, YouTube is all about video. It's mainly long form video, but there is some talk that they are introducing something called YouTube Shorts, which is encouraging shorter content. But for now, it's all about the long form content. YouTube or not, you need to be incorporating video into your social media strategy. You're really missing out, and I've mentioned this before, you're really missing out if you don't have video incorporated into your strategy. At this point, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So while YouTube is definitely time consuming, I think it's definitely worth it depending on your lane. So if you are a service-based company, so you offer, let's say, event planning services, you can share tips on how to create the best balloon garland. And then you give just enough information in your videos, and that kind of positions you as an expert, and then will lead you to clients. And you don't necessarily always have to be on camera. You can have somebody else on camera. You can do it off camera. You can do an animated version. You can do a text-based video. There's so many different ways to incorporate video into your strategy. So if you are service-based, it may be smart to go ahead and start creating content on YouTube. And of course, if you are a product-based company, you can share your behind the scenes, you can share interviews, you can share videos and promo videos of your product launches. There's so many different types of examples out there for product-based companies. And as I mentioned with the Twitter situation, maybe you don't want to start a new platform, a new channel for your brand. You can go ahead and create a YouTube channel which highlights you and your brand at the same time. So if you're an entrepreneur and you are releasing a new product and you have a photo shoot, you may want to go ahead and create a vlog which will highlight you, a day in the life as an entrepreneur, but it also highlights your company. So you're kind of doing 2-in-1. So it's showing you, it's showing your life, you're giving kind of some type of entertainment, but you're also showing that you have product, you're launching this, you're doing this. That absolutely does not work for everybody, but if you're comfortable being on camera and you have the time to edit, or you have the money to pay someone to edit, it's definitely time consuming. It's definitely like a lot of work, but if you can, it's another outlet for you to really just share your content and to reach new people, because everybody consumes content differently. So some people that follow me on YouTube may not really care to follow me on Instagram, and vice versa. Now, we're going to talk about my new favorite. This is the last platform we're going to talk about today, but this is my new favorite social media that I am like addicted to, TikTok. I think everybody should have TikTok, no matter what your business, your brand is, you need a TikTok. My clients are sick of me telling them that they need to get TikTok. I think it's great. I am addicted, but it's good addicting. Like you learn so much on there. You can learn, not only are you sitting on there just dying laughing, but there's so many different like tips. You get inspired by the creativity on there. It's really like, if you don't have a TikTok, at least just try it out. Like just see how you feel. Just download the app and just play around with it. I've literally seen things from social media tips to clothing hauls to behind the scenes of product launches to food recipes and different types of hacks, life-changing hacks, travel, real estate, car-related things, sneaker-related things. Every industry is on TikTok at this point, and if you're not on it, or you're missing out. I'm sorry. Like, get on TikTok, please. Fast. Like, I know it's time consuming, but I think it's great. And no, you do not have to get on TikTok and dance. You can share behind the scenes content. You can share packaging content. You can share, what else? You setting up your room, your home decor. You can share, if you're a home decor company, you can show examples of you setting up a potential room for inspo. Organizational tools, if you have organization products, you can literally anything. Construction. There's a pool construction company on TikTok that I follow. Like, most people probably wouldn't follow them on Instagram, but seeing the behind the scenes of the process of what's going on and seeing how dirt transforms to this beautiful $10 million pool is just amazing, and it's all within 60 seconds. I think that's what makes it best. Like, you're not committed to like watching 3 minutes worth of content. You sit there and you scroll. You have everything from funny to informational, everything between. So if you have the bandwidth, definitely go and get yourself on TikTok. But you got to do it right. So if you don't have the right people on your team to get you TikTok ready, either don't do it or come talk to me. Seriously, but no, seriously. So yeah, so that was the 7 platforms that we talked about today. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube. If you feel like it doesn't make sense for you or your brand, then don't force it. You want to make sure that your purpose of your brand on social media aligns with the functionality and the purpose of the social media platform. So before you drive yourself crazy, really take a step back and see, what is your purpose? Are you trying to share company updates? Are you a B2B company? Are you focused on videos? Are you trying to sell your products? What is your main goal with your social media presence, with your social media platforms? Now, that doesn't mean don't make an account on all those platforms and post on them, because I'm on every single one of these platforms, but I focus on a select few. So you may want to have an account on all of these, but really figure out what few can you really focus on. And then you can go ahead and repurpose content on those other platforms, but we will get into that in my next video, all about how and why you should be repurposing your content. But that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. As always, you can follow me on all of these social media platforms at It's Imani Murray, and I will see you in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.